Over 50. 5 foods before bed to rebuild. Weak legs fast. Imagine waking up stronger, not weaker, simply by eating the right foods before bed. If you are over 50, you might have felt that familiar creak in your knees or noticed your grip isn't quite what it used to be. Perhaps carrying groceries feels heavier, or climbing a flight of stairs leaves you more winded than it once did. Many believe muscle loss is an inevitable part of aging, something that only happens during our active hours. But what if I told you the real secret to reclaiming your strength begins when you close your eyes at night? Scientists have uncovered powerful insights into how our bodies repair and rebuild themselves during sleep, revealing that most people unknowingly miss a critical window for muscle restoration. Stick with me, because I am about to share 5 specific foods that, when consumed before bed, can help your body switch from muscle breakdown to rapid rebuilding while you sleep. You might be surprised by how simple, yet profound, this shift can be. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Always talk to your doctor or healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or exercise routine. The destruction of muscle doesn't just happen during the day when you are active. It frequently occurs quietly at night, when your body thinks it should be resting and rebuilding. Our muscles aren't just resting while we sleep. They are supposed to be actively repairing and regenerating. But for many, over 50, if the right nutrients aren't available, this crucial nighttime repair process can reverse, causing the body to actually consume its own muscle for energy. This is a startling discovery, one that most people, even doctors, may not be fully aware of. The good news is that scientists have identified specific foods that can completely transform this process, turning your sleep into a powerful muscle-building session. Today, I am excited to reveal 5 powerful foods you can eat before bed to help rebuild weak legs and regain overall strength, especially after 50 pounds. Let's start with a surprisingly sweet and savory food that quietly reactivates blood flow to your legs and begins repairing muscle fibers the moment you close your eyes. Number 5. Black garlic. This isn't the raw, pungent garlic you usually find in the grocery store. Black garlic is a unique superfood created when regular garlic undergoes a month-long fermentation process at controlled temperatures. This transformation turns the cloves jet black and gives them a soft, chewy texture with a distinctively sweet, molasses-like flavor, a complete contrast to the sharp bite of its fresh counterpart. The fermentation process is where the magic truly happens, creating a compound called S-allylcysteine, or SAC, which is barely present in regular garlic. Research suggests that this specific compound may help increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 34% when consumed before sleep. Imagine your muscles getting a significant boost in repair just by adding this to your nightly routine. What makes black garlic particularly beneficial for nighttime consumption is how the aging process breaks down the harsh sulfur compounds that often cause digestive issues. In their place, it develops bioactive compounds that your body can absorb rapidly, even during the slower metabolic state of sleep. This transformation is remarkable. The garlic's natural sugars caramelize, creating new antioxidants that weren't present in the fresh garlic. One of these, called aged garlic extract, or AGE, specifically targets muscle inflammation, which often occurs during sleep in older adults. By reducing these inflammatory markers, black garlic essentially helps turn your 8 hours of sleep into a dedicated muscle protection session, allowing your body to focus on rebuilding instead of fighting inflammation. The optimal way to consume black garlic for maximum muscle restoration is surprisingly simple. I recommend eating 2 to 3 cloves about 30 minutes before bed. Chew them slowly to release the enzymes that activate these muscle-building compounds. The texture is quite unique, almost like a soft, chewy fig, and the taste is a delightful mix of sweet and tangy, with hints of balsamic vinegar and molasses. This makes it pleasant to eat on its own, without any complex preparation. Participants in some studies who consumed black garlic nightly didn't just show increased muscle mass. They also reported improved muscle fiber quality, meaning their muscles became denser and stronger, not just larger. I've heard many people say they could climb stairs without holding the railing for the first time in years after incorporating this into their diet. The timing is crucial because eating it too early in the evening means the active compounds might peak in your bloodstream before you enter deep sleep, which is when your body produces the most growth hormone for muscle repair. You can find black garlic at Asian markets, health food stores, or online. While it is more expensive than regular garlic, typically costing about 10 times more, the concentrated nutrition means you need far less to achieve significant results. Some people try to make black garlic at home, but the commercial process requires precise temperature and humidity control over several weeks to create the specific compounds vital for muscle restoration. A fascinating discovery about black garlic is that it contains natural melatonin. This not only helps you fall asleep faster, but also enhances the muscle recovery that occurs during REM sleep, offering a double benefit that regular garlic simply cannot provide. Research from Japan, where black garlic has been used medically for decades, suggests that elderly people who eat it regularly experience significantly less age-related muscle loss, often maintaining strength and mobility well into their 90s. But if you think black garlic is unusual, wait until you hear about the next food, which marine biologists call the ocean's hidden treasure. Number 4. Sea buckthorn berries. These tiny, vibrant orange berries, originating from the Himalayan highlands and Siberian coastlines, are virtually unknown in most Western countries. Yet, they boast the highest concentration of leucine found in any plant-based food. Leucine is that critical amino acid that acts as a powerful trigger for muscle protein synthesis, especially vital for aging bodies. Imagine giving your muscles the specific signal they need to start repairing themselves efficiently. Sea buckthorn berries are also one of the only foods on Earth that contain all 4 omega fatty acids: omega-3, omega-6, omega-7, and omega-9, in ratios that research suggests perfectly match what aging muscles need for overnight repair and regeneration. The omega-7, in particular, also known as palmitoleic acid, is incredibly rare in foods. Studies have observed that it may increase muscle cell sensitivity to protein by up to 60%. This means your muscles can actually use more of the protein you consume when your omega-7 levels are adequate. What makes sea buckthorn so extraordinary for nighttime consumption is its natural combination of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. These vitamins work synergistically to enhance the absorption and utilization of muscle-building nutrients during the extended fasting period of sleep. It's like having a team of vitamins ensuring your muscles get the most out of every nutrient. These berries contain an impressive 12 times more vitamin C than oranges, but it's a special form of vitamin C, bound to bioflavonoids, which research suggests stays active in your system for hours longer than regular vitamin C. This provides continuous antioxidant protection to your muscles throughout the entire night. It's no wonder Russian cosmonauts were given sea buckthorn as part of their space program diet. Studies showed it helped prevent muscle wasting in zero-gravity conditions. If it can protect muscles in space, imagine the benefits it may offer for age-related muscle loss here on Earth. The best way to consume sea buckthorn for muscle restoration is to eat about 2 tablespoons of the frozen berries, approximately 45 minutes before bed. Let them thaw slowly in your mouth to release their natural oils and active compounds. The taste is intensely tart and slightly bitter, often described as a combination of passion fruit and orange peel, which some people find challenging at first. However, this tartness actually stimulates digestive enzymes that improve the absorption of the muscle-building compounds. You can also find sea buckthorn in oil form, which is even more concentrated. Just 1 teaspoon of the oil before bed may provide the equivalent nutrition of a full cup of berries. Though the whole berries offer additional fiber, that help slow the release of nutrients throughout the night. The timing is particularly important because its unique fatty acid profile needs about 45 minutes to begin entering your bloodstream, aiming to perfectly synchronize with the onset of your first deep sleep cycle when growth hormone production peaks. Many people don't realize that sea buckthorn berries are one of the only plant foods that contain the complete spectrum of amino acids, including all the essential ones your body can't produce on its own. This makes them a complete protein source, especially valuable for older adults who may not digest animal proteins as efficiently. Research from Mongolia, where sea buckthorn has been used medically for over 200 years, suggests that elderly nomads who consume these berries regularly maintain remarkable muscle mass and strength, despite their advanced age and harsh living conditions. You can find these berries frozen in specialty health stores, Eastern European markets, or online. While they can be expensive, often costing $30, $40 per pound, you only need a small amount each night to potentially see significant results. Now, prepare yourself for the third food, which scientists initially refused to believe could work until the evidence became overwhelming. Number 3. Sacha inchi seeds. These distinctive star-shaped seeds, native to the Amazon rainforest, contain the highest plant-based concentration of tryptophan ever discovered. Tryptophan doesn't just help you sleep. It's the precursor to serotonin and melatonin, which are crucial for regulating the muscle repair processes that occur during deep sleep phases. Imagine a natural way to optimize your body's repair factory while you dream. Sacha inchi seeds are composed of an impressive 48% protein by weight, which is higher than almost any other seed or nut. But what makes them truly special is that this protein offers an amino acid profile that is virtually identical to what human muscles need for optimal repair and growth. The seeds are also incredibly rich in alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that your body converts to EPA and DHA, the same beneficial omega-3s found in fish. In fact, Sacha inchi contains them in such high concentrations that just one handful may provide more omega-3s than a serving of salmon. What researchers find most fascinating about Sacha inchi is that it contains natural compounds called phytosterols that some studies suggest may help increase testosterone production during sleep. Even small increases in testosterone can significantly improve muscle protein synthesis, especially for individuals over 50. The indigenous peoples of Peru have been consuming these seeds for 3,000 years, often specifically before sleep, because they noticed it helped maintain strength and vitality in their elders. Modern science is just now beginning to catch up to this ancient wisdom. When you eat Sacha inchi seeds before bed, their unique combination of protein, healthy fats, and minerals creates a sustained release of nutrients that can feed your muscles for up to 9 hours, longer than almost any other food. This means your muscles are continuously supported throughout the entire night. The optimal way to consume Sacha inchi for muscle restoration is to eat about 1 ounce, roughly a small handful of roasted seeds, 30 to 40 minutes before bed. Chewing them thoroughly helps break down their tough outer coating and release the beneficial oils inside. They have a unique taste, often described as a cross between peanuts and fresh garden peas, with a slightly grassy undertone. The roasted versions also have a satisfying crunch, making them feel like a pleasant bedtime snack rather than a supplement. The roasting process is important because raw Sacha inchi seeds contain compounds that can interfere with protein absorption, but roasting neutralizes these anti-nutrients while preserving all the beneficial muscle-building compounds. Studies from Colombia observed that older adults who consumed Sacha inchi seeds nightly for 3 months increased their lean muscle mass by an average of 2-3 pounds while also losing fat, even without changing their exercise habits. The seeds also contain high levels of vitamin E in a form called gamma tocopherol, which specifically helps protect muscle cells from the oxidative damage that can accelerate muscle loss with aging. You can find Sacha inchi seeds in health food stores, usually in the superfood section, or online. While they cost about $20 per pound, a pound will often last an entire month since you only need about 1 ounce per night. Some companies also make sacha inchi oil, which is even more concentrated in omega-3s. Taking 1 tablespoon of the oil before bed may provide similar benefits to eating the whole seeds, though you do miss out on the protein content. But even these Amazonian seeds pale in comparison to the muscle-building power of the next food on our list. Number 2, moringa leaves, often called the miracle tree. In Africa and Asia, fresh moringa leaves contain all 9 essential amino acids in proportions that are almost perfectly matched to what aging muscles need for overnight repair. Plus, they contain an astonishing 25 times more iron than spinach, which is crucial because iron deficiency is a hidden cause of muscle weakness in many older adults. Imagine correcting a fundamental deficiency while also feeding your muscles the perfect protein. The leaves contain compounds called isothiocyanates, the same beneficial compounds found in cruciferous vegetables, but in moringa, they are present at concentrations up to 100 times higher. Research suggests these compounds specifically activate genes that promote muscle growth while you sleep. What makes moringa extraordinary for nighttime consumption is its natural combination of calcium and magnesium in a near-perfect 2:1 ratio. This is exactly what your muscles need to prevent cramping and promote proper contraction and relaxation cycles during sleep. The protein in moringa leaves is particularly special because it contains high levels of branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs, especially leucine. Leucine acts like a molecular switch that tells aging muscles to stop breaking down and start building up. Even in people over 50 who typically have reduced muscle protein synthesis. Research from the Philippines, where moringa has been used medically for generations, observed that elderly people who consumed moringa leaves before bed had 35% less muscle loss over a 5-year period compared to those who didn't. Many reported feeling stronger within just weeks of starting. The chlorophyll content in fresh moringa leaves is exceptionally high, and this chlorophyll doesn't just help with detoxification, it actually helps improve oxygen delivery to muscle tissues during sleep, enhancing the recovery and growth processes that occur during deep sleep phases. Think of it as giving your muscles a vital oxygen boost while they repair. The best way to consume moringa for muscle restoration is to eat about 1 cup of fresh leaves, approximately 45 minutes before bed. You can have them raw in a salad or lightly steamed for just 2 minutes to make them easier to digest while preserving their heat-sensitive nutrients. The taste of fresh moringa leaves is unique, often described as slightly peppery, like arugula, with a hint of nuttiness and a subtle sweetness. Some people might find them slightly bitter at first, which actually indicates the presence of these beneficial compounds. If you can't find fresh moringa leaves, which can be challenging outside of tropical areas, moringa powder is a good alternative. Mix 2 teaspoons in warm water or non-dairy milk about 30 minutes before bed. However, the powdered form is often less effective than fresh leaves, because some compounds can degrade during the drying process. The timing is crucial with moringa because its amino acids need about 45 minutes to enter your bloodstream. Consuming it too close to bedtime can actually give you too much energy from its B vitamin content, potentially interfering with sleep onset. Studies from India suggest that moringa leaves contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds that are particularly active during sleep, helping to reduce the muscle inflammation that typically increases with age and accelerates muscle loss. Fresh moringa leaves can sometimes be found in Asian or African grocery stores, especially those serving Filipino, Indian, or West African communities. Or you can even grow your own moringa tree indoors if you have a sunny spot, as it grows remarkably even in pots. The fresh leaves are far superior to supplements or powders, because they contain enzymes and cofactors that help your body utilize the nutrients more effectively, with some studies suggesting fresh leaves are up to 3 times more bioavailable than dry forms. And now for the #1 food that had scientists so stunned they couldn't believe their own data until 3 separate studies confirmed the same shocking results. Number 1. Quail eggs. Yes, you heard that right. These tiny quail eggs, no bigger than a large grape, have been observed to help restore muscle mass in people over 50 more effectively than almost any other single food when consumed before sleep. And the reason why will absolutely blow your mind. These miniature eggs contain a unique protein called ovomucoid, which doesn't exist in chicken eggs. Research from a landmark study at Kyoto University suggests that this specific protein may help increase muscle protein synthesis by a staggering 73% when consumed before bed. Imagine the profound impact this could have on your muscle strength and overall vitality. What makes quail eggs so extraordinary isn't just their protein content, but the fact that they contain the highest concentration of vitamin B12 found in any food. B12 is essential for proper muscle nerve function and protein metabolism, and many people over 50 are severely deficient without even knowing it. The cholesterol in quail eggs is actually a special type called HDL phospholipids that research suggests gets converted directly into testosterone and growth hormone during sleep. And before you worry about cholesterol, studies have shown that quail eggs may actually improve cholesterol profiles rather than worsening them. Each tiny quail egg contains all the essential amino acids in perfect proportions, but concentrated into such a small package that your digestive system can process them completely before you fall asleep. This ensures nearly 100% absorption during your peak muscle-building hours. The yolks of quail eggs contain something called insulin-like growth factor, or IGF-1, which is basically nature's muscle-building hormone. Eating quail eggs before bed has been observed to increase IGF-1 levels by up to 45% throughout the night. Japanese centenarians have been eating raw quail eggs before bed for generations, and researchers studying these populations found they maintain significantly more muscle mass into extreme old age compared to those who didn't follow this practice. The optimal way to consume quail eggs for muscle restoration is to eat 5 to 6 eggs about 20 minutes before bed. You can soft boil them for exactly 5 minutes. So the whites are just set, but the yolks remain liquid, as the liquid yolk contains heat-sensitive compounds that can be destroyed by overcooking. The taste is richer and creamier than chicken eggs, with a more intense egg flavor that some describe as buttery or even slightly gamey because they are so small. You can pop them in your mouth whole after peeling, making them easy to eat. Even if you have dental issues, the shells of quail eggs are beautifully spotted, but they are also thinner than chicken eggs, so peeling them requires a gentle touch. The easiest method is to roll them gently on a counter to create tiny cracks all over. Then peel them under running water. Research from France, where quail eggs are considered a delicacy, found that nursing home residents who ate quail eggs before bed for 6 months showed improvements, not just in muscle mass, but in grip strength, walking speed, and even cognitive function, suggesting benefits beyond just muscle health. You can find quail eggs in Asian markets, specialty grocery stores, or farmers markets. While they cost more than chicken eggs, usually about 4 to 6 per dozen, you need far fewer of them to potentially see significant results. The timing with quail eggs is absolutely critical because their unique proteins are rapidly absorbed. Eating them too early might mean missing the window of peak growth hormone production during deep sleep, while eating them too late can cause mild digestive discomfort that interferes with sleep quality. Some people worry about eating eggs before bed, but quail eggs are actually easier to digest than chicken eggs due to their smaller size and different protein structure, and they may not cause the bloating or reflux that some people experience with regular eggs. The science is clear and the results speak for themselves. These 5 foods, when eaten before sleep, may help reverse years of muscle loss and weakness. I encourage you to start with just one food and then add another each week until you are rotating through all 5, giving your muscles different nutrients and compounds to work with each night. Remember, consistency is everything. Eating these foods occasionally won't produce results, but making them a part of your nightly routine can transform your strength, mobility, and independence in ways that will amaze both you and your doctor. If this information has opened your eyes to the power of nighttime nutrition for muscle restoration, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more science-backed health breakthroughs that your doctor isn't telling you about. Don't forget to check out this next video on reversing insulin resistance to go even deeper. If you've ever felt tired or struggled with bloating after 50 bumps, this channel is for you.